Hey fam, it's my first time in London, England, and where am I? My first stop is Buckingham Palace. I'm so excited about this trip and I'm so excited to show you what I see and my journey. Let's look and see what Buckingham Palace looks like. This is Buckingham Palace. You see the guards are in front of it. We have to see it through the gate, so I put my camera through the gate so that I can see it a little closer. But I'm gonna come away a little bit from the gates so that we can see where it is, this square. See it in all of its magnificence. This is it, Buckingham Palace. This is the square. Right in front of it, these majestic statues. Isn't it awesome? Here is a closer look. Right in front. See the guard marching back and forth. The next stop is Trafalgar Square. They seem to have a fence around this whole area, but I'm going to show you what it looks like anyway. And so this is one of the popular locations. It has these big lion statues that this area is popular for. So let me show you what it looks like. Here you have the water fountains. I'm not sure if they're probably working on doing an event, but the water fountains, you can see the statues. Well, there is a stage there, so maybe there is some type of event that is going to come here. And those big lions, those majestic lion statues off in the distance. Let me just make it come a little closer. Just a little closer look. I know it's gated, so you can't really enjoy the beauty of it. Back in these London streets, day 2 being in London, and so I am going to show you what we are going to do today, my friends and I. And first stop is going to be a popular destination, Westminster Abbey. Let's go. While heading to the church, popular red telephone booth you can find here in London, and my hotel is not too far from Westminster Abbey, and here it is. Here it is, Westminster Abbey in all of its glory. Huge, beautiful church. You can hardly take it all in at one time. It's so massive. So there are shops here that you can shop at, and there is church service being held Today is Sunday. Massive building here. You see all the people waiting to get in. This is the surrounding area as well. There's the shop. If you want something to take home with you, you can do your souvenir shopping here. Wow, look at all these soldiers lined up. The entrance has an order of services here. By right, because they have services on Sunday, it's not just a church that they don't have anything going on. So they only really allow tourists to come in between Monday and Saturday. You can come in and do your videos and do your photos and really explore the church and do the touristy thing. And so because they have services on Sunday, they want to respect the fact that they have services and don't allow people to come in and to take photographs and videos while people are trying to worship. So on to the next thing. This was Westminster Abbey. From the size of it is massive, beautiful church. And so let's go. Next stop is Big Ben. Gotta see Big Ben, the popular, the famous attraction in London, Big Ben. Here it is in all its glory. So Big Ben is not too far from Westminster Abbey. It's a real short walk. So if you decide to go to Westminster Abbey, just take a brief short walk to see Big Ben. So if you did not know, Big Ben is right next to the Parliament. So I'm going to span my camera so you can see the vastness of the Parliament that is right next to Big Ben. So here is Big Ben, and right next to it is the Parliament. Massive, isn't it? And Big Ben is marking the hour. So all of those that I just showed you, literally in walking distance, very close: Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, also Parliament, which is right next to Big Ben. So you really can be able to see several things within a day, several things within a span of 20 minutes. Now, if you want to set up a tour to go into Parliament, that's another thing. If you want to set up a tour outside of Sundays to go into Westminster Abbey, obviously then that will take you a little longer to see everything. How can you come to London without seeing the big Ferris wheel? I know you have seen it in probably many movies. So here I am. I'm going to show it to you right now. There it is, people. It's right by this river. You can do some cruises right here, some city cruises right here if you so desire. But here is the famous Ferris wheel. If you've ever seen any movies where it featured London, I know you have seen this. Here's the surrounding areas. This is the bridge that I can go over to the other side so that I can see it up close and in person. It's raining now, but I am on the bridge, and here is a closer look of the Ferris wheel and the buildings that surround it. And you see on the other side there's another bridge over there, another walking bridge to get to that side. If you're here in London and you just want to do something different, right next to the Ferris wheel, there are different things that you can do, and I'm going to show it to you now. If you love Paddington beer, there is the Paddington beer experience that's here. Going a little further, there's the Sea Life London Aquarium that's right here near the Ferris wheel. There is Shrek's Adventure right near the Ferris wheel. Look at the Ferris wheel right here. So when I'm telling you it's right near it, it's literally right here. So Shrek's Adventure. And there's also the London Dungeon. So there are so many things that are right here that you can literally just come and see right near the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel. There's the river. There's Big Ben in the distance and Parliament. Right here. So this is my last day in London. I had a tour booked for the Tower of London. It would have allowed me to get into the Tower of London very early before a lot of the crowd, and the tour operator canceled it. And when I looked at the time tickets, it was a little later than I wanted to go there, so I had to pivot. And so what I am going to do today is several things that you have to stay tuned for. First things first, let's take a stroll through St. James's Park. So beautiful park, is not too far from Buckingham Palace, and obviously it is free of charge. So sometimes you come to these places and you want to be able to just do something that is not very costly. Come take a stroll through St. James's Park and admire the beauty of this park. Here's a little area here, very scenic. And as you can see, Buckingham Palace is in the distance. So this is a sign that shows you how close everything is from this area. Playgrounds, guards museum, church war rooms.
And of course the daughter of Majesty the Queen.
So it's in walking distance for so many different places.
She was in hospital for.
So the next stop is St. James's Palace. According to the website, this is where the marching of the guards will begin, and from there they will march to Buckingham Palace. So I'm going to show you what St. James's Castle looks like and position myself so I can see some of the marching of guards and possibly walk over to Buckingham Palace and see the exchange and what takes place over there. So this is St. James's Palace. Massive. See how much of the block it takes up? And around the corner to the left is where you'll have the marching of the guards. They're already arranging themselves. People are already waiting, standing by to see when it starts. I crossed the street so that you could get more of a full view of this place and just how big it is. And around the corner, we will be waiting to see the marching of the guards. And I would like to see also which is more congested, here or at Buckingham. I think Buckingham is the more popular place. They're getting ready to set it up. Today it's around 10:45 in the morning. So the officer just said to get a better view would be to cross the street, and so I'm going to cross the street and get a better view of the marching from the palace, and then try to shoot over to Buckingham Palace and see what happens over there. The guards just came out.
The guards themselves, like, can you see a few of the ones behind the guards? I think there might be Scots guards there. Yeah, Scots guards. Remember my group, I'll shout when we start moving, we're going to start walking. Slightly earlier than you want to, but get us in the right position first. Going and down and
heading now to Buckingham Palace, and as you can hear, they are marching and playing all the way from St. James's Palace to Buckingham Palace. So that was the changing of the guards. I am really glad that I did it from St. James's Palace because it was less congestion than here at Buckingham Palace. It is a nightmare at Buckingham Palace. There's so many people here, but I'm glad that I was able to follow it through from St. James's Palace to Buckingham Palace. And so a lot of people say you should at least do this at least once, and I enjoyed the experience, and so you can come here and check it out for yourself. Here's another processional that's happening right now. So it's a whole process of the changing of the guards. The process and where they go is on the website and the times, so you won't have to miss it. A little footage behind the gates. As you can see with the marching of the guards, they march to the palace, and behind the gates in front of the palace itself, then they will do and continue their ceremony, and it's very methodical. So you could come here. It may take some time for you to see the whole process until they finish everything, but if you want to stay here, you can. If not, if you just want to see them march in and do some of the ceremony, then you could do that as well. The next stop is the British Museum. It took a while to get in here, so I recommend that you get tickets in advance. They have time tickets, so even though it's free of charge, so it will save you time getting into the museum. Let's see what this museum is about. They have different exhibits from different parts of the world in this museum, such as Korea, China, Japan, and I am going to look into right now the Egyptian and the Ethiopian exhibit. So let's go. from my visit to the British Museum. There's so much things to see in here from different countries, different regions of the world. You can literally spend hours if you want to see every exhibit, every item, read everything. And so next, I am going to let you know what I thought of my first experience to London. Stay tuned. So fam, as promised, here are my thoughts on London. What did I think about London? Let me first start off by saying this. I had a friend that came along with me and they thought that this was it. They were only going to come here one time, one and done. And when exploring London, she commented and said, maybe I will come here another time, or maybe I will see that the next time I come here. My niece is here and she has lived in England for her entire life. I met up with her and we were going around and just taking pictures. And her comment was, you know, London is beautiful after all. I guess when seeing it through the eyes of somebody else. And so my thoughts on London is there is so much to see here, not only in London, but in England, in different parts of the country as well. And so therefore, I enjoyed my time here. There's so much more that I could see and will see when I do come back here. And I hope that you come and check it out for yourself. And so until next time, thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. Can you do me a favor, family? Can you like, comment, subscribe? Click on the notification bell to be informed of future posts. It will greatly help my channel and I will appreciate it. And for those returning subscribers, thank you so much for supporting the way that you do. And until next time, happy travels.